Welcome to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. Time is starting to run short in this season. The goals, the aspirations are still alive, and we are looking forward to this one here in Week 10 of our coverage of EA Sports College Football. It's the Rutgers Scarlet Knights and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
One of the most dedicated fan bases in all of sports, Lincoln, Nebraska is home to Memorial Stadium. 85,000 strong, pack it in every time this team kicks it off. Lincoln becomes one of the most special places to watch a college football game. Definitely a bucket list item. Nebraska continues to be one of the strongest traditions in college sports. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Cornhuskers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hopkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Rutgers offense will take the field first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense, their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win, so it'll be a fun individual matchup.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. The Cornhuskers offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And now here comes C.J. Bailey. More than 300 yards passing and a couple of touchdowns last time out. Straight ahead, it's Ives. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. The Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Makes the catch, it's Nelson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do. Very often it'll be fourth down. And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Running inside, it's Young. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He'll pull it down. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Follows his blocks. It's eyes. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
To the air, it's Bailey. Here comes the heat. Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Nelson. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got it. Touchdown, Nebraska. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the score.
Split backs here. Quick give. It's Young. Open space at the 25. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They're going to ride this running back. He's past the sticks. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Young. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Swamped immediately.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. And the Scarlet Knights will have it 1st and 10. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. To the ground. He's got it again. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
Trying to run, it's Young. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Scarlet Scarlet Knights. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yards. Will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. That's caught. It's Clark. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Tells to run, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. Snags it inside the 20. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Deep in the end zone, it's Hopkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Making the adjustment. From the gun, it's Young. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Escapes the pressure to his right. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the 1st down on a 2nd and long. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Looking for room. It's Young. There he goes. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. The Scarlet Knights trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
Man, I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they forced the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The Cornhuskers come to the line in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Sees a crease. Got the first down, and he's brought down after a nice gain. At the end of that last play, there is still a Scarlet Knight player who is yet to get up. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Sells the run, looking to pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Gets rid of it.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Scarlet Knights start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out process there early, but they seem to have found something. They're going back to the well, and they need to keep that up here on this drive, David.
Definitely, and they got the momentum going, and once you start getting the momentum going, it's crazy what I've seen in college football. It's so hard to stop it. It takes over, and sometimes it leads to enormous swings.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. That one's not even close. Second and long here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. And he's stopped, but not before he moves the chains. Pickup of 12 on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Brought down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Churns into the pile. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Scarlet Knights kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Lost the throw on 1st. Out wide right, it's Young. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Now the Scarlet Knights call timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Needs it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it, and that was a great call. 1st down.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Right side, it's Black. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out to the right. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that'll tie things up as we head toward halftime.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We begin our whip around with Florida, taking on the number 5 team, the Georgia Bulldogs.
The Scarlet Knights will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Looking to the big tight end. Out wide right, it's Nelson. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Huskers getting set on 1st and 10. Tells to run, wants to pass. Gonna let it fly. Hits him inside the 20, still going. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The play fake. They're all over him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
The run inside. It's on. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Great shot at a field goal from here. You don't want to be reckless and take it off the board, but you got to go for the score. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Huskers! And that one will give them the lead. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
On the move from inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Hits inside. It's Young. Turning it on. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
And he's brought down after a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Grabbed behind the line, it's Black. At the 40, there he goes. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Right back to it. And he's in. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Handoff from the gun. Stopped right there.
And it's been a struggle for this young man. I mean, listen, he's a pretty good player, and they depend on him week in and week out to be their guy to carry the mail. Just, it's not working, and the run game hasn't found a rhythm, and I think that's why this offense, they need something. They need a spark. They need to find some way to run the football.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about it.
Just steamrolling the defense. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Cornhuskers are in the hurry up.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and goal. Rush right in his face. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they take it in for 6 more points. They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy is becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Holly, what update do you have for it?
Hey, guys, here on the Rutgers sideline, This defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys?
Holly, thank you. They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Knocked down immediately.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Gets it out to the 21, and that's not enough to move the chains. It'll be fourth down. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Looking for the marker. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. And the Scarlet Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Quick give. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down. The Scarlet Knights will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. They unleashed an aerial assault last time. It took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you got one...
It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Dude, let's go. I'm going to sit. This game was basically over, right? We just forced a huge play. Great job by the defense, giving their offense a chance now. Man, it looked like it was over. Now we got a chance. Offense, go down the field, stick this thing in the end zone.
Oh, there's an alley on the left.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Explosive offenses aren't necessarily air raid offenses, right? Sometimes you can just run the ball and pick up chunks of yardage, and you've seen that now on these last 2 plays. Really great job by the offensive line. They're road great up front. And 2 nice ones, all of a sudden you're in the red zone. That is how you can be explosive, by toting the rock.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Right side, it's Carter. Touchdown, Rutgers. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
Love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
From deep, it's Slater. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. backfield. It's Nelson. Breaks into the open. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Ives. Makes a man miss. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Here comes the Rutgers offense onto the field. We've got a tie game, and this defense will try to keep it that way with just a few minutes left. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. Out wide right, it's Young.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up. Maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Left side is Carter. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Young. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And nice luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
They'll ride him again. He's past the marker. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy, so we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Across the 25, he's got room. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. The Scarlet Knights are threatening on 1st and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left.
Well, they run it right up the middle to try to give their kicker a good angle, and here we go. This is all you can ask for if you're the kicker, an opportunity to go win the game. The ball's right in the middle of the field. You got to go do your job.
Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one.
As a defense, you're playing so aggressive, just trying to get downhill. And how about the running back? Runs it and gets a little bit to the right. So now they're on the right hash. So maybe the kicker likes it from that area, but this offense doing everything they can to set up for the game-winning field goal.
Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds.
You can't say enough about this kid's poise. You're playing on the road. The crowd's going crazy, willing you to miss this kick, but he stayed dialed in, puts it through the upright, David, to give his team the lead here late.
It's crazy because it's nerve-wracking. You put your body on the line for so long, and then it comes down to a kick. And he has to be clutch in a hostile environment, and he comes through for his squad.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Under pressure. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese? Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.